In this lecture, let us discuss about integration testing, which is a software testing technique, and it mainly focuses on verifying interactions and exchange of data between various components or modules in a software application. The goal of integration testing is to identify any problems or bugs that arise when different components are combined and interact with each other. Integration testing is performed after unit testing and before system testing. It actually helps us in identifying integration issues early in the development. If we are able to identify the integration issues early in the development, then it helps us in reducing the risk as well as costly problems later on. Integration testing can be done by picking module by module, which can be done so that there should be a proper sequence to be followed. And also, if you don't want to miss out any integration scenarios, then you have to follow the proper sequence. Integration testing is very important because it verifies that individual software modules or components work together correctly as a whole system. And by detecting and resolving integration problems, integration testing contributes to reliability, performance, quality of the software product. And we have four types of integration testing approaches. First approach is bottom-up integration testing. In this approach, each module at lower levels are tested with higher modules until all the modules are tested. So in the picture, you can see the modules which are present at the lower levels, they are tested with higher levels. So how long this process continues? Until all modules are tested. So in this picture, we have three modules. So this process will be repeated until all three modules are tested. And the primary purpose of this integration testing is that each subsystem tests the interface among various modules making up the subsystem. And this type of integration testing uses test drivers to drive and pass appropriate data to the lower level modules. Advantages of bottom-up integration testing include no stubs are required here and early detection of errors. Since individual components are tested first, issues related to the functionality of those components they can be detected as well as resolved early. So it potentially simplifies this integration of higher level components. And it even provides modular testing facility. So here, this approach allows for more focused testing on individual components. Thus, it ensures that each component functions correctly before being integrated. Disadvantages are first is a delayed integration testing. Since the focus is on lower level components initially, higher level functionality of the system might not be tested until later in the process. Thus, it potentially delay the discovery of issues that affect the overall system. Next, we have complexity management issue. So here, managing the test for a large number of lower level components, it can become complex, especially when these components need to be integrated and tested together. And the second approach is Big Bang testing. In this approach, all the modules are combined and functionality is verified. So this will be done after completion of individual module testing. Here in this picture, you can see how the modules are combined together. All modules of system are simply put together and tested. This approach is suitable only for very small systems. For example, if an error is found during integration testing, then it is very difficult to localize the error, as the error may potentially belong to any of the modules being integrated. So, debugging errors reported during Big Bang integration testing is expensive to fix. So, simply we can say that this Big Bang testing is a software testing approach where all components or modules they are combined and tested at once. The goal of Big Bang testing is to verify the overall functionality of the system and to identify any integration problems that arise when the components are combined. Advantages are it is convenient for small systems, and we can say that this is a simple and straightforward approach. So here we are just combining all the modules and we are testing the whole system together. All components of a software application are combined and tested at once. So which is a simple and straightforward approach. And it can be completed quickly. It does not require a lot of planning or coordination also. And it may be suitable for small systems or projects with a low degree of interdependence between the components. Then disadvantages are there will be a lot of delay because here you need to wait until all the modules are integrated, because testing will be performed only after combining all the modules. So waiting time will be more. And high risk critical modules, they are not isolated and tested based on priority, because after combining all the modules, testing will be done only once. So we are not giving any priority to the high risk critical modules. So this is not suitable for long projects. And the high risk of integration problems that are difficult to identify and diagnose, this can result in long and complex debugging and troubleshooting efforts also. This approach can lead to system failure and decreased user satisfaction. Third approach is top-down integration testing. This is usually used to simulate the behavior of lower level modules that are not yet integrated. So in this testing actually takes place from top to bottom. So you can see this. This is the opposite approach to the bottom-up testing. So here testing takes place from top to bottom. First, these high-level modules are tested, followed by the low-level modules. And then low-level modules are integrated to high-level to check whether the system is working properly or not. Advantages of top-down integration testing. First one is drivers are not required, or it can be done using few drivers. Focus on major components first. The critical and complex components are tested earlier, which can identify significant issues in major parts of the system early in the process. This method allows for incremental integration, helping to isolate problems in individual modules as they are integrated. And the disadvantages are, first thing is it needs many stubs. So lower level modules that are not yet integrated, they need to be simulated using stubs, which may not fully represent their eventual behavior and can lead to incomplete testing. Then late testing of lower level modules, which may delay the discovery of issues in these modules and could result in integration problems being identified late in the development process. Then we have complex debugging issue. Here, debugging issues might be more complex since errors detected during top-down testing, they may require tracing down to lower level modules where the actual fault lies. And the last one is mixed integration testing, which is also called as sandwiched integration testing. So this is actually combination of top-down as well as bottom-up approaches. So here in the diagram, you can see bottom-up and top-down approaches. It's a combination. So in top-down, we saw testing can start only after top-level module have been coded and unit tested. Whereas if it is a bottom-up approach, testing can start only after bottom-level modules are ready. So this sandwich or mixed approach overcomes the drawbacks of top-down as well as bottom-up approaches. So this testing is also called as hybrid integration testing, and stubs and drivers are used in mixed integration testing. Advantages, the first one is this is suitable for very large projects And also, this approach overcomes all the drawbacks present in top-down as well as bottom-up approaches. Even parallel testing can be performed in top and bottom layer tests. Then the disadvantages are for mixed integration testing, it requires very high cost because one part has a top-down approach while another part has bottom-up approach. So this is quite expensive. And this integration testing, it cannot be used for smaller systems where there is huge interdependence between different modules. And the disadvantages are here integration testing, this is not suitable for smaller systems where the interdependence between different modules is huge. And also for mixed integration testing, it requires high cost because one part has top-down approach while another part has bottom-up approach. So this method is very expensive.